What up, everybody? This is, of course, Assault 12 here, and I am starting up a tutorial on cruisers in World of Warships. So, obviously, this is just a German cruiser here, the current one that I have unlocked at the highest tier. That's the one right under the York Nürnberg. I also have the Königsberg that I keep if I want to play lower level games. And I believe, there we go, the Omaha's where I'm at on the American branch. So cruisers are kind of your mid-range ship here. I mean, there's really nothing too special about cruisers unless, like most of the German ships, if they have torpedoes. Cruisers are fast, they're more maneuverable than battleships. They pack quite a punch, but they cannot take a hit. Your battleships are your tanky, heavy damage dealers that are slow as all get out, so they just get shot no matter what. Your cruisers are kind of your fast attack ship. You know, they can get in, they can deal some damage, but they got to get out before, somebody can get a beat on them because a battleship in most cases can one hit a cruiser, especially if it citadels you with a round. In that case, you can get a magazine explosion, or they'll just crunch all your health in one shot. So I'm going to go over some tips and tricks with cruisers, some things to be aware of, and then, of course, the main thing is torpedo launchers or no torpedo launchers. So, for example, let me go to the tech tree real quick here. Your German cruisers, most of them, especially the Königsberg on, like the York, for example, will have torpedo launchers on the side here. See, they've got some torpedo launchers there on the side. And, when you go down to the Hipper, you can see it will have some as well. These things look so cool. I love them. They look like miniature battleships whenever you get into the upper levels of the German cruisers. But see, they have torpedoes as well. Of course, the Rune. And after that will be the Hindenburg. We just gotta wait for it to load here. As you can see here, some torpedoes on the side. And of course, the Hindenburg, last but not least, by far. Again, looks like a freaking battleship. It's so cool. I would love to have this thing. It's kind of like the Rune. It's just got an extra gun, extra torpedo launcher. There's two of them here on the side of the ship. So that's kind of one thing I like to point out about the German mid to upper tier. They all have torpedo launchers. The cruisers for Russia or the Soviet Union, the motherland. Most of them are kind of your tanky ones. The USA is kind of that way too. They're pretty tanky and beefy. The Cleveland is a really good example of one that can take a lot of hits. And then, of course, by the time you get to Des Moines, it's kind of like a miniature battleship. They got more armor, they can do more damage, they just don't have torpedoes. Japan is um, a little bit more like the Russian side, but also they can kind of compare to the um, German ones because you can see these little holes in the side here. Those are for torpedo launchers. So they do have those available as well, and they do kind of look pretty similar to Japanese designed battleships. So Japan's another good one if you want the torpedoes, and I'll get into that a little bit later, of course. Here we go. The British cruisers, pretty similar to the rest of the style of the ships they got and to the American ships. Kind of boxy, old era, but some of them do have torpedoes, which I think is key. And last but not least, I believe, is Pan Asia just got added recently, or well, I should say it's going to be added, but it's mainly destroyers right now. And then of course France, which is available mostly with cruisers. I haven't really looked through these, so let's take a look and see what we got here. I did notice a torpedo on the side already, so that's kind of awesome. So yeah, I mean that's pretty good. Looks pretty solid there. Looks like it's got a lot of secondary guns. And of course, the plane's there to launch out on. Looks pretty cool. I like it. So we'll have to figure those guys out at some point too. But basically, what type of cruiser you have will kind of depend on how you play. If you like being a gunboat that's just really fast and maneuverable, you want to stay at a distance and kind of pepper, enemy ships from afar. Then, your USA, Russia, UK are pretty good at doing that. The USA is probably the best. They're most tanky kind of cruisers. They can take a hit. The rest of them are more like tissue paper, but they do have torpedoes, so it's a trade-off. I know I love the torpedoes and the German cruisers just because torpedoes are devastating, and 9 times out of 10, when you're playing against a battleship or even other cruisers, they forget that the cruisers carry torpedoes, and they just leave themselves exposed to a torpedo attack. So let's get into a battle here, and hopefully I'll have a good example of exactly what I'm talking about, where some idiot will come at me because they're like, oh, it's a cruiser, I'll just kill him real quick. And then they just absolutely get wrecked by my torpedoes. Now, I'll fully admit a lot of times I expose myself way too much on trying to get a torpedo kill, but it's just very satisfying as a cruiser to torpedo someone and take them out, because usually they're not expecting it. You just picture in your head the panic that they go through. Let's see here. Looks like we got a couple destroyers on each team, a couple of cruisers, and mainly battleships. So I'll have plenty of things to shoot at, but also half the other team can kill me in just about one hit. Yay. Another Nuremberg opposite me. That'll be fun here. Let's get into this mess here. Loading, loading. Let's see.
Battle starts.
Straight forward here. Probably have that way too loud. I'm gonna turn that to volume down a little bit. So, my strategy typically is to hug islands and try to shoot off torpedoes. So I think that's what I'm gonna do. Something neat about the Nuremberg, I don't know if you guys notice these back turrets, but if you see where they're pointed now and watch them rotate, they don't have to turn all the way around the ship like most turrets do. They can just freely turn completely around, so that's pretty awesome. Something I love about this ship is its guns can just rotate freely. So what I'm going to do here is I'm actually going to switch to armor-piercing rounds just in case I come into contact with a cruiser. And my torpedoes, I never use the wide spread, I always use the narrow spread, just because one torpedo never kills anything, it just kind of wounds it a little bit, so I keep those set up there. And when we get a little bit closer to this island, I'll probably send my plane up, which you can see chilling in the middle of the boat. There's the plane. My goal here is to get up here, find somebody who's way too exposed, and try to take them out. Got some airplanes going over there from the carrier. Most of the rest of my team is behind me. We got a Fiji, Colorado battleship in the background, and Kazi destroyer. Yeah, we're looking pretty good. It's not too bad here. I like to play all the way zoomed out. Let's see what we got here. This will be interesting. Uh-oh. We're gonna want to turn here, because these guys are gonna start shooting the crap out of me in a second here. Let's see if I hit this time. I fell short. I do not like being in view of a battleship. That is okay, though, because I'm going to show you guys exactly what I'm talking about with the torpedoes here. And if I can get this battleship to not shoot me, that would be just great. Uh-oh. 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 He's shooting at me, alright. What's this guy looking at? Probably me. Great. Awesome. Yep, there's that heavy damage I was telling you about. That freaks me out. Oh man. No, 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 no. This is a bad situation to be in, folks. I don't know what to tell you other than I'm a little... Oh, shysta. Well, let's see what we got. I may or may not... Definitely not gonna live. Yeah, not gonna live. Alright, Alright. No way my torpedoes make it to that guy. They're gonna run out way before. I think this is the first time I've actually played this map. Oh, he got knocked out. Let me find another cruiser here. Well, actually, if you think about it for a second here, my goal was to get around that island, come into the middle, and find a battleship that was exposed, but their battleships were way too far in the back. Plus, they had cruiser support. If you can see, these cruisers over here are staying well out of range, so they can just kind of volley shots out at battleships. That's a very smart play on a cruiser, which I think that was another cruiser that just went down too. And then, of course, you got this battleship over here. It's just peppering from afar. Either Queen Elizabeth or a Warspite. Can't tell. But let us... Oh, not the sinking ship. Oh, Queen Elizabeth it was, in fact. Colorado, no. Here we go. Here's a cruiser. So, this cruiser and his buddy over here are playing smarter than I did. They're sticking in the back because they're paper targets. They don't want to get absolutely wrecked by being way too close to the enemy. Which is smart. 10 plus kilometers out, you don't have to usually worry about torpedoes. If you're around battleships, they usually will target your battleships instead of you. But 9 times out of 10, people will shoot at the first thing they see and they never change their target. So sometimes it's best to let your team go in before you. Some pretty cool shots there. You can see how small these cruisers are compared to these battleships. They're really hard to hit. They turn really fast. See, he just avoided all those shots. It's pretty solid work there. It's pretty good. He only got hit by one of those. You just want to stay mobile. You want to stay quick. You want to stay mobile. You want to stay away from the enemy ships as best as you can. Unless you're like me and you just go for it because you want to kill something with torpedoes. Alright, we're going to go back to port. We're going to grab my other ship and we're going to go out one more time. Yes, I want to exit. Take me home. I do like this feature. If your ship's in battle, you can't use it. Love it. No big deal. That's why I keep this one handy, so I can swap in and out if I want to. Well, I don't like using the lower tier one, just because I've already got the ship above it, but you still get some of the free XP you can use on the other ships as well. So, you saw 2 examples there. You saw the run and gun, which is what I was doing, which is just go for it. That can easily get you killed in your game pretty quick, or you can kill 2 battleships and just kind of start laughing because of the fact you took out so much firepower on the other team. Let's see here. There we go. A whole bunch of... Ooh, we got a hood. I like it. Okay. I don't think I've seen one of those yet. I'll have to check that out. A lot of battleships, which is good, because that's what I'm going for. I want to torpedo a battleship to show you guys how devastating a cruiser can be, especially when you get torpedoes involved. There's really just one volley from the side will destroy a battleship real easy. You don't even have to use your guns. I could not shoot at all. As long as I got within range of torpedoes, I'm good. So let's get in this battle here. This will be lower tier ships, so probably a little bit newer players, mid-level range. Looking at the sky. Alright, cool.
Battle starts.
This map's not bad. This map is not bad at all. Let's go. Armor piercing. Where's that hood at? Is it over there? Yeah. let's get a look at the hood. For those of you who don't really know naval history, the HMS Hood was the British battleship that was sunk by the Bismarck, which is the German battleship that was very famous in World War II because it was kind of the pride of the German fleet. It got out and tried to make a breakout into the Atlantic. It was going to go after the shipping lines for the Allies, and the sinking of the Bismarck kind of marked the end of battleship dominance in naval tactics. After that, most countries realized that air power was superior. It was literally a single torpedo from a little prop torpedo plane that disabled the Bismarck's rudder. And once her rudder was disabled, she was pretty much doomed at that point. Um, she got stuck in I believe it was a turn to port, and the turn basically put her straight into the enemy ships, and at that point, she was just picked apart during the night by constant barrage of firepower. She did shoot back, she put up a fight, but I mean, there's really not much you can do when there's that much firepower coming down on you. You got the whole British Navy chasing you to keep you from getting out into the Atlantic. So, neat little bit of history in the Hood and the Bismarck. Let's see here. Also, something I find, if you're ever detected as a cruiser, don't keep going in the same straight line that you were heading in before. It's a very dumb decision because people will just shoot crap at you from nowhere. Kind of like that. Somebody just blew up the side of that mountain because they were trying to get me. It was probably one of these guys. Might have been too high on that one. Hey, there we go. If I get over that mountain, I think I will. Oh, see what I mean? Driving in a straight line. Ah, he turned. I didn't see him turning. Ah, that's who hit me. Well, we do not want to mess around with this. Get messed up. Something I find really key too for being avoiding shots, kind of like that, is you want to, when you start your turn, either increase or decrease your speed rapidly. That will allow you to turn much, much faster, which can help you avoid shots. Of course, if you decrease your speed and hit your turn, that's obviously going to leave you kind of exposed, but not really, because you'll be going a little bit slower, but you at least won't be kind of out in the open for the enemy to just take pot shots at you, which is what you're really trying to avoid. So, not the end of the world. Ooh, I think I got a citadel on that one. Haha. I slowed down a little bit there because I want to stay in this smoke a little bit because of these bombers. Oh, I forgot to turn off my freaking AA. I don't remember how to do that. I feel dumb. Why am I forgetting how to do this? I think they're detecting me still, which is kind of weird, but I'm gonna look that crap up in a second here. Oh, they went for the battleship. Nah. They missed. Or fail. Yep, he's trying to shoot over that island at me, but it's not really working out. Oh, and there's a destroyer ahead of me. No bueno.
Torpedoes to port.
I
Torpedoes
had a
direct front.
feeling. Shysta.
Torpedoes direct front.
Ooh, this is gonna be close. Ooh, this is gonna be close. There we go. Ugh, come on. Battleship, get off my nuts here. Go shoot at the other battleship. That's your job. I really just want to stay not in Death Trap City with this frickin'... Oh, shoot. I'm really risking this one here.
Main turret critically damaged.
Oh, this little
Torpedoes direct
fucker.
front.
Ooh, this is not good. Ooh, not good. Ooh, not good. Okay, reverse the turn, reverse the turn. Not too hard. Oh! That's how you dodge torpedoes, boys. Oh, crap. I'm gonna die anyway, but that was worth it. Holy cow. Oh my gosh. Suck it, you turd. Maybe I can avoid that shot. That'd be nice. Oh, I died. That was a really good torpedo dodge there. I was very impressed with myself, not gonna lie. Nope, I wanna go look at this. Nope, nope, next ship, nope, nope. Yeah, here we go. Alright, do work, son. Interesting choice using his guns. Oh, people. Here's a cruiser, here we go. So as you saw there, oh, actually, you know, I didn't even look to see. Oh, I was facing a York. Okay, that makes sense. He just outgunned me. And he had better armor. Which is okay. I like what this guy's doing right here, though. Was it a British one? Yeah. He's keeping his distance. He's shooting off volleys at that battleship, way off in the distance. And he's playing it smart. He's not kind of getting in over his head. He's in the middle of the map, but he's at least got a battleship close to him, which is the hood. Here's a closer look at the hood for those of you who were wanting to... Or wait. Is this the hood? Oh yeah, okay. I got confused by the dot on the gun. You can tell she was a much older design, and that's why the Bismarck ripped her to shreds, because the Bismarck's shells just cut right through the hood and into her magazine. And when the explosion went off, the ship literally blew up and blew in half. I think like 3 guys survived out of however many thousand people were on the ship. It was a disaster. This guy's a little bit pansy-like, I'm not gonna lie. He's like way... When you can see the frickin' carrier on your side, you are too much in the back of the map. That's a cruiser. You need to be supporting your guys. Like, he should be over by that destroyer, helping out. Huh. This battleship might go down. Yep, he did. Good torpedoes. And just in the nick of time, too. He almost died. That York's gonna have a tough time with a battleship and a cruiser he's about to come around the corner on. It's not gonna be good. Let's see here. I mean, he did okay dodging those. I only took one hit. If you can miss all but one torpedo, that's pretty good. But not everybody can be me and dodge them all. So let me pull back on this battle a little bit here. Go into the free camera and just kind of zoom out. Main thing you want to keep an eye on as a cruiser captain is you don't want to go up against a battleship by yourself. A lot of times it's pretty smart to be behind your battleship, like this cruiser here. He's way too far behind, but get right behind a battleship or stick with a battleship. You can really do some serious damage if you're with a battleship. Um, that can actually help a lot because the battleship will probably be the first thing targeted if you're behind it. So it's pretty good to keep an eye on that. Of course, you want to be aware that you're a damage sponge, so you can't just take hits like battleships can. Battleships can poke into an area, start getting lit up by the other side, and be like, "Oh, I need to turn around." They can turn around and leave, use their repair, damage control repair feature, and still have the same amount of health. Can't do that with a cruiser. You start losing health. I don't know of many, if any, that have that health feature. So definitely keep that in mind. Just be aware that you're maneuverable. Outmaneuver the enemy. If you're driving forward and you want to make those hard turns, as you're getting ready to start your turn, decrease your speed by 2 or 3 clicks to take from full down to a quarter or a third or whatever, and you'll start turning a lot faster. And once your turn's about where you want it to be, click that speed right back up to full and let off the rudder and straighten itself out. That's about the fastest way you can make that turn. That's how you dodge shots from other ships from range. Obviously, if you're within probably 8 kilometers of the other ship, you're probably not going to dodge unless they're just a bad shot or they're not paying attention to where you're going or for some reason they can't see you, something like that. So let's see if we can get one more game in here. We get one more. Uno mas. We'll go back, hop in the Nuremberg again, because I'm desperate to get at least one torpedo on this video. I swear. There's going to be some higher tier ships in this one, but that is okay. This situation they're depicting here, by the way, that never happens unless your battleship is retarded. I don't know if you watched my my battleship video. I literally let something like this happen to me. I felt so stupid. I walked right into a destroyer's torpedoes and I never even saw the destroyer. It was very bad. Very bad. Come on, matchmaking. Hey, there we go. There we go. What do we got here? Okay, not bad. Tier 6 is about the highest we got here. It's pretty good. Mostly battleships on both teams, like usual. Alright, let's see here. So, quite a lot of destroyers on this one. I might end up actually playing more of a support role in this one, just because of how many destroyers are out there. I might stick with a battleship. Plus, there's a lot of cruisers too. Kind of an even spread, really. This will be interesting. Of course, I always spawn near the front. With my ship.
General quarters.
Which way you going, battleship? You're not even moving. Don't be AFK. Well, I'm going to start off at about half speed here. Oh man, I think we have an AFK battleship. No bueno. I'm going to go around this island and kind of skirt the outside of the map here. If my ear doesn't itch. Wow. So again, some key things to remember. Stay maneuverable. Decide how you're going to play. Either be aggressive and just go for the kill with torpedoes. You're going to get killed a lot doing that, but it's very rewarding and fun when it works. or be the support ship. You know, stick behind your team. Don't go flying off the gun at the beginning of the match, I should say. You know, take it easy, stay in the back, lob shots. You usually survive the whole game if you do that. It's not as, you know, adrenaline rushy as, you know, running in and torpedoing somebody, but if that's the only way you like playing, then you should probably be a destroyer captain. I don't know if I'm gonna hit that guy or not. Ooh, I did. Probably the last volley I'll get on him, yeah. Alright, now I'm gonna pump it up to higher speed here. Kind of sad my last volley missed. He was probably smart enough to turn. Again, he was being maneuverable, which is a good thing. Alright, let's see what we got here. Or he hit the island. I did not think about that. I'm pretty sure he... No, he turned. Okay. Gotcha. Let's see. Oh, he stopped moving. The other nice thing about cruisers is they fire pretty fast, so you can more rapidly adjust your shots and lay down some damage still. Let's see, reload times are pretty low. You're talking 5 seconds or less for most of them. You can see I'm doing 3 or 4K per shot here. I'm just watching him though, because he's gonna shoot me any second now. When he does, hopefully it won't be, Oop, I think he's gonna get torpedoed. Should have been paying attention, bro. Yep, boom, boom. Boom. I think I missed that last shot. One of the hardest things to do is hit people while they're turning away from you. I always miss those. Oh, come on, give me a kill shot. Ah, somebody else got him. Jerk. Let's see here. Oh, you know, I promised myself I was going to look up how to... Ooh. Hey. Oh, he's going to get to him before I do. How many things? He's sailing away from us. Okay. Okay. Let me see if settings. Alright, controls. Where is... Disable AA and secondary guns. P. Oh gosh. Alright, get back in the game here. Watch my frame rate crash when I was doing that. Okay, back to normal. Let's... Oh, I think that's that battleship still sinking. That destroyer is totally going to get that carrier. I think that's freaking hilarious. Because, like, no one on his team is helping him either. Alright, let's put the plane up because I want to be able to see far as possible. Man, they're way out there. Where? Oh, you are the closest ship to me? 17,000? Oh, no, there we go. There we go. Let's see. I think I missed. I'm not gonna lie. Pretty sure I did. Got way overshot. He's turning. I think he got one torpedo off on it. Yeah. This guy's really the only thing I can shoot at. I'm kind of sad. Alright. Where are you going? There. Probably missed that one too. Oh wow, I hit one. There we go. Oh, he did. Destroyer's way out there. These dudes are all at Charlie. Let's see. Oh, shoot. That's not good. Notice I dropped my speed to turn. Now I'm picking it back up once my turn starts. Ah, I missed him. I'm not gonna miss this time, though. I'm actually surprised I'm getting these shots in as good as I am. This is usually a pretty hard angle to hit. I think I missed that time. He's turning. Barely. Oh, he got me once. There you go. Come on, turrets, line up here for me. Don't be buttheads. Oh, that's what I thought here.
Our team has taken the lead.
I don't necessarily want to piss him off to where he starts shooting at me. But, oh well. Oh, something I never really... Oh. Hello. That's not good. He's about to shoot torpedoes at me.
Enemy destroyer blown up.
He probably shot torpedoes at me, so I'm not gonna turn to go towards that battleship. Oh, jeez. Ah, this is a bad spot to be in. Oh, come on. Come on. Alright, if he had shot torpedoes, I'd see him by now. Is their carrier dead? It's gotta be dead. Okay. Yeah, it's dead. I just want to make sure before I commit. What I was trying to say before I realized that is when there's a battleship involved, always know how to count about 30 seconds in between shots. Because as you see that he just shot, so 28, then 26, 25, 24, 23, 22, 21, 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12. About 10 seconds he should be shooting at me again, at which point I want to be turning from where I'm going, so I'm going to start turning now. There we go. Now another 30-second countdown. Oh, jeez. Most of his shells overshot me, but I did have a few land right on, which was unfortunate. He still wants to keep shooting at me just because I'm a soft target. That's really what you're seeing right here. Slow down. Oh, jeez. Anything get damaged in that one? No? So now, I'm basically going to keep shooting until I get behind this island, and then I'm going to be a pansy and let him have to shoot at somebody else. He's their only ship left, so he can shoot at somebody else for a little bit here. I don't want to die. Something I didn't mention too when I thought that not torpedo, the torpedo shot a torpedo. When that destroyer, I thought they fired torpedoes. Notice how I turned into them. I always tell people this. Anytime, doesn't matter what ship you're in, if a destroyer is coming at you, or torpedo planes, or it doesn't matter, just whatever is coming at you, always turn towards the attack of torpedoes. That is your only hope of survival whatsoever, is to turn towards the torpedoes. You turn away from them, you're just inviting disaster. And I literally mean that. Disaster. Because, yeah, he's dead. Because if you turn away, you're going to start traveling the same way the torpedo's going. And unless you can outrun the torpedo, like if you're in a destroyer, you're not going to be able to survive. So that's my last little tip there. Obviously didn't get to shoot any torpedoes off, which is sad, but I strongly recommend if you play destroyers now and you're trying to think about what to play next, play cruisers, because you can still torpedo sometimes. It's a really, really good feeling when you torpedo somebody as a cruiser. Or you can do like I did and just kind of play a support role. So hopefully that was informative for you guys and you find it helpful. If you do, then definitely check out my other videos. I got one up on Battleship now, and just kind of an overall one for the game. Definitely check those out, like them, subscribe if you want. I'm going to keep this going. I'm going to do Destroyers probably next, and then I'll do Carrier probably last, and we'll take it from there. And then maybe I'll start doing some just uploads of videos, whatever sessions I play, see if you can get some good gaming footage. So thanks, and y'all take care.